This is Sessions with Coach. I'm your flight instructor, Coach Gaines. Thank you for tuning in for streaming thoughts of consciousness from the mind and the experience of Coach. This particular session, I want to talk about believing in oneself. And the idea of believing in yourself is very, very personal. It's a personal thing. But there's signs that indicate that you believe in yourself. And I said this to somebody the other day. I said, Dag, I never found it more difficult to do anything except to believe in myself. And that statement really hit me when I said it, because I was saying it, sometimes I just talk and I say things and I'm like, I like to make emphasis. But sometimes the emphasis needs to be slowed down and looked at as a statement that can be isolated. And that's what inspired this particular session. And I'm like, wow, man, believing in yourself or not believing in yourself is 100% the criterion for success in the thing that you endeavor. 100%. My elder Taji, he said, believe in your goals. So I said, wow, he added that to the conversation of believing in yourself. And I said, okay, so if you believe in yourself and then you believe in your goals, I think that's the way to have, a way to look at it with two sets of glasses, where if you believe in your goal, you are believing in yourself because you have a goal in mind. And then you can believe in yourself and your abilities, but you may not necessarily have a goal in mind. It may not be something there other than proving yourself, right? And proving yourself is what I have found myself a victim of. Because you can never really prove yourself. Who do you prove yourself to? There's nothing to prove. So you believing in yourself, knowing you can do the job. I can do it. But for who? The job for who? So now you have to set your goals. You have to set your goals. You have to prioritize your goals. And then you ask yourself, do I believe in myself? But I think that most of us don't believe in ourselves. I think that we want comfort. We want happiness. We want success. And most of the times we're more opportunists than idealists. We'll do whatever it is for whatever we need. We'll do what it takes. Chasing the bag, it doesn't really have a preference in our society. And I thought that was profound when it comes to being an entrepreneur, because people like the freedom of being an entrepreneur. They love the customer service, dealing with people, the community, the social ability, again, the freedom, the flexibility, the strength that it gives you. People love that part, but most people don't believe in themselves. They believe in what they want paradise. It's almost like the statement, you want paradise, you want to go to heaven, but you don't want to die. So the belief in yourself is the root to coming outside. And having goals is something that needs to be prioritized before going outside. 100%. And when you prioritize your goals, okay, now you can understand where, you understand, what you're doing, where you're going, why you're going there. And then believing in yourself, okay, is believing in your abilities, believing in your ideas, believing in your cause, believing in your purpose. So believing in yourself is believing in your purpose. So I really wanted to help my fellow creatives understand that that's what I've been struggling with. And I've taken long to get to the point where I'm at now, because to believe in myself is to invest in myself, to pour my resources into what I believe in, to sacrifice for what I believe in, and then submit to the outcome. And that's another thing that we have to have a patience and a maturity for. That once you make your decision, you have to be content with the outcome. And you have to respect the process. What does that look like? It looks like an ideal, not an opportunity. And ideals build legacy. Ideals build tradition. Ideals create culture and change society. Opportunities are just a come up. And a come up can have a positive or negative connotation. And I'll leave that right there. But believe in yourself. It's important. And if you don't, admit it, so that people around you can help build your faith. So people around you can help you, inspire you, develop you. Or you cut yourself off. You isolate yourself. And isolation is not, we're not created to be isolated. We're created social. We're created to engage with one another. And that's what creates a market. That's what makes a market. We can't keep kindling ourselves with fires that someone else lit. Or we can't keep warming ourselves with fires that someone else kindled. At some point, you have to kindle your own fire and warm yourself and warm others. But you have to believe in that. Even if it's a small light, you have to believe in it in order for it to grow and breathe and live. Belief is fueling that. Belief is supporting that. So believe in yourself, and then believe in your goals. This is Sessions with Coach. I'm your flight instructor, Coach Gaines.